Hey, beautiful people. How's everybody doing out there? Okay, I'm here to talk to you about a sometimes difficult subject of finances. And I've had a lot of success over the years getting to people's their ebb and flow of their finances. Some months are going to be good where more money is going to be coming in than going out. And then other months you have to know when to hold on to those coin. Okay? You have to know when to hold on to your coin and when to splurge with your coin. All right? And I do have a story to tell, a pretty recent one. So sometimes this stuff randomly just shows up because the tarot will focus and hone in on things that it feels that you should be paying attention to. So this person just happened to have a lucky streak, and I saw it in the cards, and I said, you right there, you have extremely good luck around you right at this moment. So this would be a good time for you to, make purchases that are, maybe a little more costly, or, anything you want. If you need a new vehicle, you want to splurge on air conditioning, whatever. This was a guy, so, if it was a woman, I'd be like, oh, jewelry, stuff like that. But yeah, this is a guy. So what did he do? And I didn't tell him to do this. He took it upon himself to go to the casino. I would not advise anyone to do that because that's a hit or miss type of thing, because you're subject to the energies of the casino when you go there. Okay, so I could never say, well, that'd be a good thing to do. I don't want to plant that type of idea in their head, but that's how he interpreted it and how he wanted to use his luck. He was winning like a fool. I'll tell you, he was just winning like a crazy person. And he was so damn happy. And yeah, that one was that was a really good one. And so yeah, it touches on finances. You can request a specific reading just to see how healthy your finances are, how the energies are flowing at the current time. It's probably a good idea to do it every 2 weeks or monthly, just to see what type of cycle is going on around you, because things happen that you don't know is going to happen. But the tarot sees down the road, like, oh, there's going to be a big massive car repair, or it'll see these tragedies. It's going to suck out your money before you do. So you'll know when a good time is to hold that coin and when a good time is to freely spend. So it's important because we never know what life's going to throw at us. And it's always given me a heads up about things. I use this in my life all the time. And it is something how it will really play out. I've even done individual days, and I know exactly how my day is going to go, and it's always like so crazy. But now frequency readings, you could do it every 2 weeks or every month. That would be your cycle. And I like when people get it regularly, and here's why. Because if you get it regularly, I get to know you real well, and I get to know who you are in the tarot, what type of energy is around you, what type of character you are, and it'll show energies and people around you, and so much will show up. And you have to realize, if you're upset, it'll show up in the cards. So you have to keep that in mind. So I always say, if there's a really upsetting thing going on, just wait till things cool down, because it always will tap into that. And I don't like to give that type of reading. I like to keep things as positive as possible. I don't want to frighten anybody. So I always like to take the good and the bad. but I'll do what you tell me. If you say withhold any bad, I will certainly do that for you. If you say I'm going to know it all, I can do that too. Because I understand not everybody wants to hear negative things, and I rarely talk about negative things, but if I feel like it's important, like for instance, you're with a partner that's going to end up really screwing up your life in the long term and you don't see it right now because you have stars in your eyes, that'll show up. And I did do that for a young lady. I was at one of the conventions I used to do, because I used to work in a shop called Eye of Newt. And I also did a lot of different conventions. And this young lady comes up to my table, and I start feeling this energy that was almost like a weight that was on her, that was going to end up dragging her down in the long term. And she was a young girl, so this is going to be really hard for her to grasp long term. This guy's going to be so bad for her. And I started describing this person. I said, wow, there's really, like a negative person here that is really going to have a really, like, impact on their life. It's going to ruin your, it's not going to be good for your goals and your career. It's going to hold you back. It's a strangulation energy that you would be wise to get away from. And this look on her face is just like, she knows exactly who I'm talking about. And she goes, you're talking about my boyfriend. She goes, oh. So, but I did see all kind of promising things with this young lady with her career, and she was really doing all the right things as far as where her career was going and her studies, but he was the problem. He was going to be the one to screw everything up for her. And don't you know, he shows up at the table, and that's why I never read more than one person at a time, because you can't have these intermingled energies like this. You have to do it focusing on one person at a time. So he comes up and he's like, hey, how's everything going? And I cover for her and I said, oh, this was so great. Her career is looking so promising. She has so much luck and so much ahead of her. So I had to not tell him that he was the focus of the reading. And so, yeah, crazy things happen. And that's why if a couple sits with me, I really can't do it, because, if I see, a lot of times things will come up about their partner. And I can't read two people, because you're getting intermingled. Say one wants a reading, but they want someone sitting beside them. And especially if it's a friend, it's not so bad. But if it's a partner, oh, no. Because then I have to either hold back or ruin the relationship. or maybe he is the perfect person. Who knows? Maybe their partner is good. But, yeah, it's just, one of those things that you learn real fast being a reader, that, yeah, you really don't, you don't want to have two people at your table and have those intermingling energies, So I will put in the description, if you click on the title of this video, it'll have all my links, and there's all kind of different readings, and there is one specifically for finances, and there's all kind of other ones too, compatibility, blah, blah, blah. And some readings will be done just by an exchange of email. Those are the most affordable ones. But there are phone premium price readings, and they are premium price because my time is very limited. I'll just say that. I have a lot of things going on in my life, and my time is limited. So if you're doing a phone reading, it can be set up, and it's available. So all you got to do is press the link and see what I have, and we will work something out, because I would love to work with you and tell you how the energy is flowing in your life, the good and the bad. Maybe it's all good. Talk to you again.